During this period, merchants, diplomats, artists, scholars, curious travelers, archaeologists, and even mercenaries from all across Europe would visit Greece. Throughout many of their notes and even published books, we come across a forgotten reality that still baffles inexperienced historians. These early travelers, influenced by books and tales about ancient Greeks and their inspirational poems of Plato and the glory days of Spartans, thinking that they would find ancient Greeks dressed in tunics, found instead a place filled with mixed people of Albanians, Romoids, Vlach, Arabs, Slav, and even Jews. Most surprisingly, to many travelers, if not all, was that none of these tribes could utter a single word of the Greek language. The English politician John Cam Hobhouse traveled to Greece in 1810. He identified Plaka as a heavily Albanian quarter of Athens. In his Strolling Through Athens, he says, "The Albanians formed, and still forms, almost the whole of the population of Attica. And within 3 leagues of the capital, villages are to be found where Greek is hardly understood." The physician, diplomat and writer François Pouqueville was appointed as a consul of Yanina on behalf of the French government in 1806. During his stay in Epirus, he became good friends with Ali Pasha Tepelena and offers a detailed description of Albanians in his book, saying, "We still see the attitude and manners of the people of Epirus, the soldiers of Alexander, of Pyrrhus and of Scanderbeg. With such men, well disciplined, a commander of genius might effect wonders and change the whole face of the East. They alone, in the fallen state of the empire, have preserved the original character." In the late 18th century, the British Empire had an ongoing concern with Ali Pasha Tepelena. He had become a nuisance in their war campaign against the Ottoman Empire, and in December of 1803, John Philip Morier was appointed Consul General in Albania to gather intel for the British government. During his stay, he made many remarks about Albanians in his book, saying they retain much of the ferocity of the Spartans, of whom they are said to be descendant. Their dress would favor that supposition from its resemblance to the tunic. They wear a breastplate of silver, and many of them walk in sandals. The forepart of their head, as far as the middle of their crown, is shaved, and only a tuft of hair hangs loose on the back of their head. A red skull cap of cloth comes far over their eyebrows and gives them a very fierce look. Their muskets are light and are made like a tomahawk at the butt end. I imagine it to be used in self-defense in case of necessity. The fustanella, as it is known, derives from the Albanian words fustan, meaning dress, gown or outfit. It is a white, kilt-like dress which is worn by men and has been sculpted throughout the Illyrian era. This cultural expression is known to be in Albanian tradition and has followed them for millennia. In some instances, the Ottomans often referred to the Albanians as the Fustanella warriors, a pseudonym that has never been given to other ethnic groups